is Tanya. I'm a Spanish-speaking librarian with Multnomah County Library School Corps. Today I'm going to share some novelties for 2021, and in this video, I'm going to cover books about activism. The characters in these books see inequity in the world and decide to do something about it. If you'd like to find the books and websites I mentioned in the presentation, the links are included in the description below.
Lupe Wong Won't Dance by Dana Barba Higuera. On the cover, we see a young person in a baseball outfit. They have their arms crossed, and people around them appear to be linking arms. Lupe Wong's true love is baseball. Her dream is to play professionally one day. If Lupe can get straight A's in all of her classes, her uncle has promised to set up a meeting with Lupe and her all-time favorite baseball player, Fuli Hernandez, who is Mexican and Chinese, just like her. Ever since her dad passed away, Lupe feels an even stronger connection to Fuli. It would mean a lot to her to be able to meet him. PE should be an easy A, but Lupe gets pitched a curveball when she realizes she and her whole class have to square dance for PE. Aside from square dancing getting in the way of Lupe getting straight A's, Lupe doesn't understand why square dancing is required. Square dancing is not representative of the school's diverse students and their traditions. Lupe attempts to end the long-held tradition of square dancing at her school, but her activism only seems to make matters worse. Friendships get complicated. Lupe is disliked and bullied by her classmates, and everyone's favorite school event, Field Day, gets canceled. One day, Lupe finds out about the racist history of the song her class is square dancing to, Turkey in the Straw. She has to do something about it, even if it means she fails a class, doesn't get to meet Fuli, and becomes even more unpopular. Lupe's hilarious, witty, and strong-willed nature will keep you turning the page and wondering how far Lupe is willing to go for something she believes in. Discussion questions for Lupe Wong Won't Dance. Lupe decides to change square dancing at her school. What change would you like to see happen at your school? Lupe was so narrowly focused on making change at her school, she took her friends for granted. How could Lupe have been a better friend? How are you good to your friends even when you're stressed or going through a difficult time? Lupe is Mexican, Chinese, and American. She is also a girl growing up in a house with one parent. What are the parts that make up your identity? Lupe was being made fun of and bullied. Was there anything her classmates could have done to help her? How can you help someone who is being bullied or teased? Here are some websites. I included a teacher discussion guide that I found on the author's website for Lupe Wong Won't Dance. And Paola M. Guerrero is a YouTube book reviewer, and they interviewed the author Dana Barba Higuera, and you can watch the video. I included the link there. And Lupe Wong is an activist at her school, and I included a video with Millie Bobby Brown, who is an actress and star of Stranger Things, and she interviews 3 young activists, so you can learn kind of what kind of change they're trying to create. And the last resource just highlights different celebrations from around the world. Lupe had suggested to her principal that the school celebrate traditions and celebrations from the diverse students in her school. So by watching this video, you can get an idea of what kind of celebrations are happening all over the world. The Voting Booth by Brandy Colbert. On the cover, we see 2 young adults staring at each other as they are walking in opposite directions. Marva can't wait to vote in her first election. Duke just wants to get it over with, so he can prepare for the big band's gig that night. The two meet when Duke is turned away from their polling place, and Marva decides to do whatever it takes to make sure he's able to cast his ballot. This book introduces important issues about voting rights along with a light romance. Kent State by Deborah Wiles. And as a warning, the material in this book and book talk might be upsetting to some, as it includes descriptions of violence. So on the cover of this book, we see the muzzle of a weapon with a daisy attached to it. Some of the petals are falling off of the daisy, and there are also multiple bullet holes on the cover. So narrators representing residents, students, and soldiers recount the events that led up to the shooting at Kent State University over 50 years ago. As the narrators share their feelings, challenge each other's perspectives and recollections, readers gain a sense of the complexities that led to 4 college students murdered and 9 injured by Iowa National Guard soldiers. Some of the students were protesting U.S. involvement in Cambodia. Others were simply walking to class. Was the shooting a tragic mistake or a deliberate attempt to silence voices of dissent? Political ideology, confusion, fear, rumors, and many other factors make it hard to know for sure. How could students expressing their free speech rights get shot and killed in America? Ask yourself, could this tragedy happen again? Down below the video, you will find a link to the full list of titles from this year's Novelties videos, links where you can watch our other school corps presentations, and a link to book discussion tips from Multnomah County Library. We'd also appreciate it if you could fill out our evaluation to let us know what you think of these videos. Finally, you can find out more about School Corps by following the link below.